Focus on the storytelling and not the equipment. That means, when you're creating your content, quite often we'll worry about going out and, buying some good equipment, because you want to create high quality content, right? And, they got all of these guys that do photography for a living, and that's their thing. They know how to set up lighting. They know how to set up, they know what cameras to get. But, and then, hey, when it comes to the storytelling, you ask yourself, what is the storytelling? And it's more than just the word tell the story, right? When you're telling a story, you have to worry about a lot of different factors. Number one, it's got to be kind of relatable in that people got to be able to relate to it, because they want something that they're interested in. That sounds like a hawk. They want something that they're interested in, and it's got to be relatable to them. So first thing you do is make it relatable to everybody. Like, say, for example, you can talk here. They don't even have to be interested in the subject, but if they can relate to it, they'll sit there and listen to the whole story, because, it's been times where, you may have taken a kid to a play and it was something about Dumbo, just hypothetically speaking, or Pinocchio or something, right? You've seen it 100 times. You're probably not interested in it. You're doing it because you got the kids, and it's new to them. But I tell you what, if they threw a twist in there, all of a sudden you're paying attention. You're looking at what's happening and be like, oh man, this is a little twist to this here. So they're making it relatable to you, They're giving you something, it may be the same story, but they're giving you something with a little twist. Like, say, for example, let's go back to a Pinocchio type story. You're looking at a play with some kids and they're talking about Pinocchio, right? And you know how I already know about Pinocchio, the nose gonna grow and he wants to be a boy. But then all of a sudden you're sitting there and they go, what would be a twist? Pinocchio just, no, I don't want to say that. I almost said rob a store, but I was like, that's a bad example, man, especially when you want to share a story. Let's see here. Let's say, for example, they say that Pinocchio just got married and there's a Miss Pinocchio. And you're like, hey, wait a minute, that's not part of the story. I ain't never seen no Miss Pinocchio. And now you see a girl Pinocchio doll or a puppet with a long nose, and that's, all of a sudden they just gave you something you didn't have. Now they made it relatable. They made it to where they just did something different. Now they're trying to get you to relate to what they're saying. So yeah, do something that's gonna be relatable to everybody, and that'll help change the narrative. Hey, yeah. And here's another piece too, and that is the timing. I just learned this here, right? They were just saying that hey, when you're doing storytelling, man, timing is everything. Because watch this here. Have you ever gone to a theater and the movie was real boring and you literally fell asleep? Everybody has fallen asleep before in a theater or watching a movie because the timing wasn't there. The timing wasn't there. If they had to hit you with some certain little bitty things at certain times, it would have kept your attention and kept you into it, right? And here's another thing I meant by the timing piece. Say, for example, there's a joke being told, right? And you see these comedians all the time on TV, and you're like, man, you know what? That joke was right on time. And it's literally timing too, because you can hesitate in order to make something seem like it's more than what it is, because you can hesitate, look at them like, I don't know if that came through like how I wanted it to, but you can give a certain look, but your timing can affect your storytelling, right? Because, you know, you can pause and hesitate, and all of a sudden, you're making it more lively to them. You know, the content just got more lively. So, keep that in mind, you know. So, you know, we were talking about people being able to relate to it, and the timing on it too, you know, making sure you got your timing right. Oh, it's nobody out here today. The courts are empty. The tennis courts are empty. Let's see if I can show you the tennis courts here. We'll see if you can get this here. I'm gonna see if I can get it behind me. But you can see, I don't know if you can see all of that. I'm thinking that you'll be able to see it. All of the courts are empty for the most part, you know. And I think it's because the surface is wet. And don't nobody want to slip and break their neck, you know. Because, you know, when you're running after a tennis ball, you be running, just stopping on a dime, you know. And, you know, your toes be down, you know, skidding into the surface to stop you. Boy, if you hit a wet spot, you'll be like, man, I almost broke my neck just then. But let's see what else. What's a good story without a plot? What's a good story without it being a good plot? Like, say for example, I'm gonna give you an example. One of my favorite movies. It was The Hunt for Red October. Sean Connery. I almost couldn't remember Sean Connery's name. The Hunt for Red October is just one of my favorite movies, you know. A lot of people won't even know what I'm talking about when I mention that movie name. But let me give you some insight when I was talking about the plot. The plot was this guy trying to take a submarine and sneak away from all of his people and get away and get up to like Alaska or you know, I think over to America or someplace. But he was trying to sneak away from everybody, and the whole movie based on how sneaky he was trying to be, you know, misleading people. So the plot was you know, you can have it suspenseful, you know, but man, I was just thinking, I got carried away because I started thinking about Red October, and I was like, I haven't seen Red October in a while now, but they used to be my, had some lot of folks down there, but they used to be my go-to movie. I bet y'all watched The Hunt for Red October at least 6 times. At least 6 times. Yeah, I'll say about 6. But it's a good little movie. It's a good little show to watch. But back to the plot piece before I get sidetracked, because I tell you what, I started thinking about, you know what, I might see if I still have that, because I can't remember if I was putting it up on Max or HBO or Netflix or something. I can't remember how I was watching it, or if I have it like I still have a DVD collection, you know, and some things, movies that are electronic, meaning that I have them on thumb drive. So, I was wondering if I had those back with you. It's looked like it's getting ready to be a game, and everybody's got on jackets too, because it's kind of cool today. You know, folks got the windbreakers out, little light coats, sweatshirt, long sleeve sweatshirts, sweat jackets. I only see like one person with long pants. One person with short pants. Everybody else got on long pants. So that tells you how cool it is today. But nonetheless, that's going to be the end of talking about the storytelling piece